Imagine this. You wake up one morning groggy and confused, only to realize something's very wrong. You look in the mirror, except there's no reflection. Your hands, gone. Your face, missing. And when you rush outside, you realize everyone on Earth has completely vanished too. No, the world hasn't ended. We've all just turned invisible. Every single human being. For 24 hours, it's like the entire population hit the ultimate stealth mode. At first, this might sound awesome. No awkward small talk, no boss breathing down your neck. You could sneak into a concert for free or eat as much pizza as you want without anyone seeing. But the reality? It would get dangerous fast. Let's break down exactly what would happen. First, let's talk about pure chaos. Most of our world depends on being able to see people. Driving would instantly become impossible. Imagine millions of invisible people behind the wheel. Cars would crash everywhere because no one could see where anyone else was going. Major highways would turn into giant parking lots of wrecked vehicles within minutes. Airplanes? Even worse. Pilots would be invisible to their co-pilots, and air traffic controllers couldn't see a thing. The safest move would be to ground every plane immediately. Cities would be just as bad. Crosswalks? Forget it. Invisible pedestrians stepping out into traffic would create total mayhem. And don't even think about public transportation. A subway full of invisible commuters would feel like a haunted house ride, except with real injuries. Now let's consider how this would mess with communication. If everyone's invisible, you can't read facial expressions or body language. You wouldn't know if someone's smiling or angry, or even if they're standing right next to you. Conversations would turn into complete guesswork. Arguments would skyrocket, especially in crowded households. Imagine trying to figure out who stole your phone when no one has a face. Governments would immediately go into crisis mode. Police, firefighters, even doctors, all invisible. How do you do surgery when you can't see the patient? Or yourself? Hospitals would probably shut down completely until visibility returned. The military might try to enforce order, but with everyone invisible, how do you know who's friend and who's foe? Of course, some people would love this chaos. Thieves and criminals would have a field day. Imagine banks, stores, and homes all completely unguarded because cameras can't see anyone. Money, jewelry, priceless art, gone in hours. Even governments would be terrified of what could happen. Nuclear launch sites and high-security areas rely on being able to see the people who are in charge. With total invisibility, there's no way to know who's pressing which button. World leaders would probably lock everything down to prevent disaster. But there's a weird upside to all this. For the first time in history, appearance wouldn't matter. No one could judge you for how you look. No more beauty standards. No more fashion rules. No more awkward first dates where you're worrying about spinach in your teeth. The only thing that would matter is your voice. It's like the whole planet gets to experience life as a podcast. Still, this might lead to some bizarre social experiments. Would you trust someone you've never seen before? Relationships could get complicated very fast. Imagine two people falling in love during these 24 hours, only to wake up the next day and realize they look completely different than expected. Awkward. Now here's the big twist. How do we stay alive? Being invisible isn't just about looks. It could change how our bodies interact with the world. Light passes straight through us, which might mean our bodies can't absorb heat properly. If that's true, we'd all start freezing because our skin can't trap warmth anymore. On the flip side, maybe our invisible skin gets sunburned without us even noticing. Either way, health risks would skyrocket. And don't forget about animals. Dogs, cats, even wild predators would still see us using smell and sound. Imagine being completely invisible, while a confused bear is sniffing around because it hears footsteps but sees nothing. Yeah, hard pass. As the 24-hour mark approaches, panic would reach its peak. Governments would likely enforce global curfews. Entire cities would shut down just to prevent total collapse. But when everyone suddenly became visible again, oh boy, the aftermath would be messy. You'd wake up surrounded by piles of stolen goods, crashed cars, and millions of awkward oops moments. Friendships would be ruined, relationships broken, trust completely gone, and the big mystery would remain. Who did what during those 24 hours? With no cameras and no witnesses, it would be impossible to know. In the end, a single day of invisibility would show just how fragile our world really is. We depend on sight more than we realize, for safety, trust, and even basic survival. So maybe it's for the best that invisibility stays in superhero movies, and not in real life. But here's a fun question. If you had just 1 hour of invisibility, what would you do first? Tell me in the comments, I promise I won't judge. Unless you say steal pizza, because honestly, same. And hey, if you enjoyed this wild what if scenario, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because unlike us in this video, you are very visible, and I'd love to see you back here next time. Stay curious, stay visible, and maybe keep a mirror handy. Just in case.